Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? How we doing today? Alright, we got all the dailies to do. That'll be fun. Hiya. Wait, is Coventry in 5th now? Or 4th now? A wild Mumbo appears? That is wild. 4-0. Bristol loss. Oh no, they still have the point advantage, but goal differential is the same now. Dude. Saturday is going to be probably the craziest day in championship history. It's the best team of the season so far? Literally bussy. I'm not even being a meme. There's been no one of significant value. Everyone's been essentially the same. We got some 94 and 95s, but like nothing over 40, 50K. Reds, though. Reds were cooking. You're Mateo from Champs, not bad. I'm still high non-stop party. Congrats on you guys winning the league, mate. That's twice in a lifetime achievement for y'all. All right, let's finish this real quick. Then we'll get into the grind, boys. How's everyone doing today? How many hours you spend grinding every day? Today, this is like my first minutes outside of like relisting a few items. Yesterday was like 2.5 hours, basically whatever is on stream. And then Saturday was like 12. We went crazy Saturday. We did like a 7-hour stream on Friday. That was fun. We went crazy, dude. I'm up to like 6 League SBC runs, 7 League SBC runs within an hour on console. We are literally flying. Alright, what other high-rated ones can we do? NWSL. Good evening, chat and read. Good evening. Alright, we got 3 more of these. I have a bunch of League SBC run-throughs that we got to open up yet that I'm holding on. Just wait till you see all the jumbo gold packs. Hi, Mumbai! Current report, FSG going to give slot biggest budget ever to get 21. Jeez. How much is the biggest budget ever? Do I believe exchanges will come back? I believe EA has the ability to bring them back. Do I believe EA will bring them back? Probably. Do I believe EA will bring them back right now or soon? Probably not. Yo, 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 how are you, champ? See, everyone roasts me for how I do in Weekend League. And then Carlos is over here calling me a champ. I like that. Be more like Carlos, chat. I'm doing fantastic, but how have you been? Yo, Mumbo, better well Dan! Dude, how long has it been? Like 6 months, brother? I feel like last time I talked to you, United actually won a game in the Premier League. That's crazy, dude. Do I have first weekend league in 5 months? Guess my record? Well, I was 6-3, went 6-4, raged, and gave away the rest of my wins, so I only got 6. I'm going to say you got 6 too, because that's the best rewards. Most I ever spent is 100 mil. I heard Hoyland's going to be on the market. You could buy him. Turn him world class. League SBC is into team season crafting premium ups into 77 times 2. Best grind at the moment, isn't it? Yep, you're going to have multiple ways you can go into it. So, you're going to have 77 77 plus times 5s into those. If you have a bunch of them saved, you're going to have league specifics that are going to be able to make from that. You're going to get gold commons and gold rares back to do it again right away if you wanted to. If you're doing the League One and League One and the Women's French League, you can take the League One cards. If you want to put them in the Jumbo Gold Pack section of the League SBCs, you can do that, or you can just buy it out or use Eredivisie cards when you get them. Save all the League One and the Women's French League for upgrade packs. You put them right back in there. I would personally not touch 77 times 2, in my opinion. I'd rather you put the same things into a 77 times 5, get a chance at Eredivisie, and more gold rares back. I'm kind of okay, especially after yesterday. So handsome as well, the champ of being handsome. Hey, man. Hey, listen. You see how Carlos gives compliments, guys? I need you to take note. Be more like Carlos. You know, I'm not saying everything has to be a nice thing in chat, but let's make like the roast to comment ratio, or the compliment to roast ratio a little better. Right now it's like 1 compliment for every 100 roasts. Is he getting paid by you? No comment. Did the check it, Carlos? Just learning from the GOAT. What's the current grind? So guys, if you haven't seen our video from the other day, the how to grind the menus during Team of the Season, we talk about exactly what to do with the league-specific packs once they come out. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend you give that a watch to get an idea of how I would recommend you guys to grind. Quick synopsis, dailies, and then into whatever you want. I'm doing League SBCs again. It makes coins, it makes fodder, it makes endless packs. It's beautiful. Yeah, he's going to back with a big budget. You say it's 100 mil. What are you going to buy, though? Got Rabbi out earlier from an 82 plus 2 of 5 pick. Dude, I feel like those are the worst things ever. I've gotten no walkouts from those. I can roast you on selling shadows a week early. It's not happiness here. Can roast you on the Mendy? No, we don't talk about the Mendy incident. Chat, dude, we're gonna ban the word Mendy in chat. We cannot talk about that. Just annoying team of the weeks are hard to come back. Just do the 84 plus team of the week. All you need is an 83 squad. You can spam the ever living crap out of those, and it's extremely cheap too. Is there a way to complete premium mix SBC on Pale Tools? Is there a way to use the best League SBC ever on Pale Tools? Yes, we have a video for the step-by-step guide in the description on just that thing. If you want to tinker around with different things, if you find there's different ways that speed it up for you, or you'd rather use certain gold rares instead. I mean, a template, yep, we go over all the things, or I believe we go over all the things in the video for what my templates are. Dude, 87 times 2. What's this from? Was this daily login final day? I didn't think I took the rewards yet. Huh. Alright, should we go right into that? If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, do me a favor, smack the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to hit it right away. See if we can get a team of season. Alright, dudes, 87 plus times 2. Can we see a blue? Maybe 2. I mean, you can't get a Team of Season every pack, right? You don't get it in the 87 times 2, but we get it in the 85 times 2, right? There you go. There you go. Called it. Who do we get? Anumu. Let's go. W. So does she have a base card in the game? I still haven't seen her base card. Had her? I've had her like 5 times. Always like how Mumbo opens these packs like it's going to be a YouTube short, but ends up being a gold. The amount of potential YouTube shorts that I've just never made it to the channel because the pack luck was so horrific. You'll never know. Is the 77 times 5 still worth grinding too? Is water still worth drinking? Is MumboElite still worth watching? Is Sunderland still a good football club? Yes. Hit or miss on some of those. Maybe not as much. But yeah, so we have just a few to open. I think we still have 460. And I've opened like 1,000 so far. And I'll probably make another 5,000. Will Man United ever be back at the top of the championship? Yeah, for sure. I think they could win the championship their first run down. I think they have the perfect championship quality team right now. Are we going to react when Wrexham make it to the Prem before Sunderland? I can't put into words how much I despise Wrexham. Not as a football club, but the fakeness to it. To be fair to Wrexham, although they have high wages, League One was probably their hardest challenge yet, where you could argue like the quality of players was probably more on par in League One than when they were in League Two or non-league when it comes to level of competition. But the amount of Premier League loans, the amount of crazy signings they're gonna make, I just can't. It's, if someone says the underdog, they're not an underdog. I'm sorry. If people just treat them as they are, say like, hey, we're gonna spend a lot of money. We have Hollywood actors invested in the club. We're gonna make a run at it. Go for it. But like, I can't stand when people make the David versus Goliath-esque comparisons. Rihanna became a YouTuber a few weeks ago. Subs over 22K views. Wait, you have 22,000 views or 22,000 subs? Either way, that's insane. W, man. Wobble! Yo, did everyone just come out of hibernation for the league specifics? What's chat right now? This is like a 2023 reunion. Our cyber's going to be key recruitment, needs to be right, and Ahmad needs to be healthy. For sure. Did 77 times 5, 260 times? Yes, sir. For me, Sancho, Rashford, Lindelof, Eriksson, Casemiro all need to go. There's money to be made. Yeah. But do you have any recommendations for the position cam and center back for under 500K? Do you not want to spend the money and try out because of the high taxes? I mean, honestly, if you're grinding the menus, you can do any SBC with untradables. So, probably that. I don't know the cost of anything on the market. And you could probably put anything into an Evo and it'd be decent. But yeah, I'm the worst guy to ask that question to. I don't buy anyone and put them in my team. Should I do League SBC or 77 times 5? Yes to both of them. You should be doing both. League SBCs into the 77 times 5 and 77 times 5 into the League SBCs. Who, City or Liverpool? Asking City or Liverpool is like saying, how do you want to die? And just giving two horrific options. $22K views. Nice. 77 times 5s into league specifics. You can do them into league SBCs. You really can go whatever route you want. Just know that if you remove league SBCs altogether and you're just doing 77 times 5s and you're doing just league specifics, you will run out of cards and you are not getting any coins. So just keep that in mind. Was not active lately because my dad is in the hospital? I'm sorry, man. Is he doing better? If I want to keep stacking packs for Prem team of season, what should I do? I would grind League SBCs a minimum of 10 to 20 times a day. And I would be building up 77 times 5 packs while you're doing it with the off leagues. And do your dailies. That would be how I would save up for Prem team of season. And what? Prem starts Friday? Is that the next one? I'm going to be fishing and potentially foraging a little bit this weekend. Maybe camping too. So, I'll be hit or miss on a Saturday stream. Friday, we should be able to grind a ton. Sunday, we'll be able to grind for a bit. Saturday's a little hit or miss. If you got a vid for a method? Guys, if you want to know anything about a menu grind, the video we made the other day is pinned in chat. It's the first link in the description. It's the newest video on the channel. We go over specifically what to do when league specifics come out because we knew they were coming out. So even though we recorded it when they weren't out, I gave you every route you could potentially go in the ways I'd recommend it. Unlimited packs? Yep. I will never run out of packs. Wow, challenge me on that? I did League SBCs over 50 times the other day, along with all the other grinds. We opened over 100 of the 77 times 5. We crafted over 100 more. Made more coins. And still had similar amount of packs. I'm all out of players and packs. Sounds like you got to get on the grind, brother. If you're not doing what we recommend, and you're doing it your own way and you're running out, you got to switch it up. Argentina managers going for anything? The 81 plus PPs are a little better than the last player pick. You only need, 2 rares and 5 golds total. I just look at it from a just complete number. What do you get back? You get 1 card. Is it worth it getting 1 card back, putting in 5, 2 of them being rare? Or is it more worth it to put in 9 cards, get yourself 5 rares back, and you're getting more rares than you're putting in each time? Especially if your goal is building up league-specific premiums. 77 times 5 spamming will help you a ton with that. It's crazy to think about it. 3 years ago, I found out about you channel because I wanted to grind team of season, and look what we're doing 3 years later. I know, man. Isn't it crazy? Full circle moment. Or maybe I'm just a wash dunk who has not given up the dream yet. You think the new premium upgrades are good to grind? Absolutely, depending on how you grind them. Most people don't grind them in a way that's sustainable. When will the premium bronze and silver upgrades come out? If you're talking about like an enhanced version of the bronze, silver, and gold upgrades that are already out on the menus, I'm assuming, you know how the daily bronze and the daily silver and the daily gold come out an hour after new content because they timed it wrong with Spring Forward? I have a feeling that once they expire in 7 days, they'll be back to standard new content time. And on top of that, we might see even more on a day-to-day basis. That might be EA's short-term, instead of exchanges, They just give us more and more of that stuff. Which honestly, to be fair, if you would just grind on the menus, right? Just the daily stuff they give us, you could make 3 to 4 hours worth of content just off the dailies. If you spammed everything on Pale Tools, and you did probably like 5 to 10 League SBC runs, you could probably get an hour and a half to 2 hours a day just off of those alone and be up 50 to 100k every single day. How many coins can I spend on the lib subsection to not lose coins? On PC, everything's pricier. PC is a completely different market, so you're going to have to evaluate that as you come across the cards. In general, though, how much do you get from the League 1 Eredivisie? What are you using? That pack's going to net you at least 5k every single time. The Lib Sud one, depending on if you're using your daily golds, daily bronze, daily silvers, you'll probably have a crap ton of stuff untradeable. You'll be able to do 2 or 3 runs extremely cheap, where everything's just basically pure profit. After that, it's completely up to you. So an example on the quote-unquote profit from the Lib Sud section, we just got a walkout there, right? I'm not going to count that as like a, open this up and look at that, I got a walkout, therefore expect 10k each time you go through this. But no, like, how much are silvers? If silvers are all super expensive because people are trying to do all 25 of the Team of the Season grinds daily, these might be 300 to 400 coins each. So the price of them might be double what they are when people are sick of doing the Team of the Season grind, and silvers are really only 200 coins. So they could almost double in price, which means the pack doubles in value, but then what you're spending on a Lib or Sud if you're using silvers might also go up a little bit in price. So it's really hard to give like specifics, but that's the way I would view it. Does that make sense? The ground was crazy back then. Remember, I didn't understand. I think it took like 2 hours of exposing before I got the concept. Where's the document this season? We have videos on the channel. We have a Pale Tools grind. We have a step-by-step grind on the menus for it. We have how to grind the menus with League SBCs and everything that's out right now. Video pinned in chat. It's all on the channel. I have 1,042 packs worth 9 plus saving for Ultimate Team of the Season. I mean, fair play to you guys if you're wanting to wait till Ultimate Team of the Season. I'm personally enjoying Team of the Season. I can send you a spreadsheet if you're just input the pack amount. If people want that, I mean, you can send it to them. I don't need it. I'm opening everything. All right, let's get to the 77 times 5s, and then we'll get into league specifics. We are getting super full right now. Let's get those listed. Does Mumbo really don't remember the lib document? I remember exact lines from the lib document. I remember exact wording. I remember the screenshots I put in. I remember price points, fluctuations. I probably still have a link to it in the G drive right now. I'm telling you, though, that we don't have that now. We just have the video formats. Yeah, I would never forget that. That was my favorite year, I think, of menu grinding. Outside of exchanges. That was pure beauty. Alright, let's do... some Team of the Season grinding upgrades now. So let's do newest. If it's not a League SBC card, we'll put it in. For the most part. If it's an untradeable League SBC card, for some of them, we might just have to let it slide. Yeah, some people are waiting till Prem. That makes sense. But if you're actively going to be on the game, I don't get why people are waiting till Ultimate. There's going to be enough of a grind anyways that you'll be able to kind of keep doing what you want. FIFA 22 lib grind will not be topped. That was insane. What are these 5 or 7 packs you're talking about? The 77 times 5. There is a Team of the Season crafting upgrade. that essentially, like every single time we got some sort of crafting upgrade on the menus, there's an objective with it. So this one you can do up to 100 times for the objectives. You get a bunch of bonus packs. But what they did different is instead of capping it at like 100 or 105, 110, you can do it unlimited times throughout Team of the Season. So you get 5 gold rares that are all 77 plus rated. And all you need to do is put in 9 golds, and only 2 of them have to be rare. So if you think of all the daily golds that you can get on the menus on a day-to-day basis, think of all those cards that you're getting from League SBCs. Think about how many of these you can build up. The number gets crazy. Remember making 500,000 coins per card, and I was able to win like 10 cards per minute? Yeah, that grind literally might never be topped for low-end liquid coins. That truly was insane. That was back when like daily SBCs would come out and things would actually go up in value. Nowadays, it's not really like that, which is a little upsetting, but also understandable. All right, let's do we're going to have a lot of silvers from League SBCs in the most recent. What we could do is a League SBC run with some of these too, after we do a League specific to kind of show what I would kind of recommend. So let's do that exact thing. Let's go to League specific. Let's do a premium right now. Oh, we have all these. We have bronzes and silvers in there. No wonder it's filling up quick. Yeah, Lib center backs will always had value. They were insane. All right, we're gonna have to make some space too. Yeah, nowadays it's like they have no value. You're not gonna be able to post a link in chat, Football Maestro. Links are blocked. But if people want to send it to you on like Discord or something, our Discord's in the description. Yeah, dude, I never really check the challenge section anymore. I remember doing it religiously on a day-to-day basis because that'd be the difference between literally silver libs being like 500 coins or 3,000. I remember there would be times we'd get banned for listing cards because we just spam listed hundreds upon hundreds of silver libs that instantly would get sold. Alright, so realistically you want to do this more in bulk. I'm just going to show you an example of one. We'll build out more of these league specifics once we open more of these 77x5 and we get it rolling. But theoretically, you build out a premium league specific, you open it up, you hope to get a team of the season or something crazy. If you don't, you have a few kind of different options in terms of what you can do. You can recycle the gold rares right back in, and you can use the gold commons in essentially whatever you want. You want to make some player picks, you want to do some league SBCs, you want to do some 77 plus times 5s. You have a bunch of different options for where they can go. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do a mix of league SBCs and a mix of 77 times 5s. Because there's two things I want to accomplish. One, I want to get the most gold rares back for the amount of gold rares I put into something other than this. And for me, that's the 77 times 5. So here, I have 2 gold rares I can put into the 77 times 5. I got a bunch of commons that I can put into that as well. It'll get us more rares quickly, so then we can grind another one of those. Something else you can do is if you haven't done a League SBC run yet, or you're about to do another one, you can save the League 1 cards that are common for that if you're not wanting to spend any coins on that section. If you have the 6 needed for a team, or you just need a few from that, you can go ahead and get that done. So I'll show you kind of an example of what that looks like. So if I come in here, go to League 1 and Eredivisie, I have a bunch of Eredivisie cards. I have a bunch of stuff ready to go. But if you didn't, I'll kind of show you what that looks like. Are we at NAC by now? Yes, we are. Alright, so if you didn't have those, you would need 6 from a team. So then what you could do is you go to League 1. If you want to go to low to high, you can. You can get an idea of which team has the most players. You can also go like one by one, kind of scroll through them and see, oh, I have 5 from here. Here's a perfect example. We got 5 here. You would just have to buy one from this team, and then you'd be good to go. So if you maybe want to keep those teams, maybe you send some teams, save others. Completely up to you. We have 6 here. I could use this as the one team, and then the rest we could do elsewhere. It's really up to you on how you want to kind of go about getting that done. But regardless of if you spend anything or you use what you have, look at how easy this is. Ready for this? We put those in. Move a few cards around to get chem. Right back over. And we got a pack that just nets us over 5,000 coins, just like that. Akram, what's up, buddy? So we open this up. How I go about this, you can do it differently if you want. Unless there's a gold common that you know has crazy value, I just quick sell these for 280 rather than listing them for 300 and hoping they sell eventually. I usually quick sell kits, all these other things. Duplicate players I'll normally quick sell unless it's like a manager or player value. If there's like a Premier League or something out here that has value, how much do the Prem ones go for? Like 700 maybe? You can go ahead and list these for some bonus coins. Sometimes you'll get like the Saudi League and things like that that are 5K, which are nice. But look at the quick sell value of that. We just made over 5,000 coins very easily. And if you look at what we spent on the Eredivisie cards that we bought for the one team, it was like 200 to 250 coins per the 6. So essentially pure profit. Yep, easy money. And then as long as you're still doing your dailies, you're going to have enough Lib Suds, Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A to essentially do a few runs where you maybe only have to buy a few cards from the Lib Sud. But once you kind of get in a groove, it's extremely easy to do. And again, like I said, the amount of packs and the amount of cards and the amount of off leagues and League SBC cards you keep getting back from League SBCs makes the cycle even more endless. And then when you eventually do get extremely low, you've made so many run-throughs that you're to a point where you just have all the liquid coins. Because like think of it like this. Let's say slowly but surely the amount of gold commons and gold rares in my club do go down from League SBCs. I'm getting a little Baron from bronzes and silvers. At that point, you've exhausted all the daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, team of season grinding. You've done a ton of team of season crafting. You now have a bunch of walkouts that you could put into a player SBC section to get a tradable pack. You have all the tradable packs that you're getting from League SBCs. You combine the kind of value from both the tradable pack sections and League SBCs. You're probably netting 10K from those alone each run through. If you're doing 10 to 20 run throughs a day, you can see very quickly where those coins come from. And then if you ever want to take those liquid coins and buy anything else outside of an insane pack pull that might even net you more coins, you have the ability to do that. Where did your 10 mil go? I forgot. Team of the season. Team of the year, I mean. That's where they went. What would you try using auto SBC? No thank you. Alright, let's do some crafting upgrades. Build some of these up. The SBC storage. Now, people will do things differently with your duplicate storage. If you're like me and you just kind of want to keep it clear as best as possible, you probably don't want to save League SBC cards and use the duplicates for League SBC runs. That would be nice in theory, but I find it's just easier to clear these by making a bunch of upgrades and just letting them all go. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So even if it's a League SBC card and you're wondering why I'm putting them in, it's we can make space. And again, even though we're putting 2 gold rares in that you could argue could be used for the league specific premiums, we're getting 5 gold rares back, which the more of these we make, the more league specific premiums we can make. Low skill, that looks like, you know, the difference between making 5 or making 10. When you're to like the level of grind we have, that's the difference between making 500 versus making 1,000 plus. Dude, look at all my team of seasons, man. Look at this. I have 2 whole pages. Essentially. Because that one's there. 2 minus 1. We got Due done essentially right away. We got Bussy everywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm kind of waiting for a really good value, endless, repeatable, like maybe Icon or Hero. That's extremely cheap to put some fodder in to get liquid coins back. Or we're just going to play the waiting game for when it changes over. I'm praying it changes over. Instead of things being requires a team of the week, if it switches to requires a team of the week or team of the season, I'll start using the team of seasons for that. It's only notice opens 1,200 packs in 1 week. That SBC storage will be on life support. I know, right? We still haven't done our dailies either. We're going to do those next. So we'll do the 83 times 10, 83 times 14. About to do all that. Yeah, look at all these League SBC cards we have in our club, too. We are stacked to the brim. I could probably do another 5 to 10 League SBC runs. Oh, I should be hesitant of using more gold rares than we need now. Alright. Alright, you guys ready for the 83 times 10s? I think we have enough Team of the Weeks to get everything done. We do not. We're gonna put that off. We'll get more 83s later. Oh, let's just do league specifics. Just a feedback read. That's not how you spell it. R-E-I-D. But your camera isn't properly displayed, in my opinion. It seems like the width is way more than it should be, and your face isn't centered. I feel like I'm literally in the center. Am I not? I don't think you can be any more centered than this. The width, probably not perfect, but it's been like this for 3+ years, and very few comments about it, so. What would you have me change? And the menus are freezing again. Beautiful. I'm stacking informs because my storage is full at 88 and 1082 raids. I can store 2 week packs better. You need like 8 per day. Could we maybe? If they switch it over where we can use the team of the season, it's a cakewalk. But now that the league specifics are out, what's throwing me is like using a bunch of 83s and 82s in theory to do an 83 times 10, 83 times 14. You do them daily, then you go into league specifics. But I kind of want to put some of those in league specifics as well. Yeah, look at all those dupes. All right, let's open these down to maybe 400. Should we do that real quick? Get a bunch of fodder this way. Build out the dailies. Do league specifics. Up to you. If you want to save them until Friday, you can. What I would do personally is I would save one, open the other. Or do one, save one. Do one, save one. So if you want to save 83 times 14s and open the 83 times 10s, do that. Or if you get, what is it, 4 83 times 10s, 83 times 14s a day and 4 83 times 10s, open 2 83 times 10s, save 2. Open 1 83 times 14, save 2. I got a question about the League SBCs. Is it worth it to mass buy cards from the Bundesliga Serie A squad as I've ran out of those cards, or does it become unprofitable at that point? You should be able to do essentially 5 to 10 League SBC runs a day with the daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, team of season crafting upgrades, team of season grind, all that stuff with having to buy very few cards from Prem La Liga and Bundesliga Serie A. If you're, for some reason, extremely low, and you're not saving packs, as in you're getting stuff from other places, some other things you can do is instead of selling all the silvers, any League SBC silvers you keep. There we go. You got one. Santos. So if you get like, I don't know. Because like, are you sending all those into your team of season grind upgrades and your daily golds? That's probably why you don't have any. But if you just go bid a 250, 300, store a bunch in your club, or you go bid 150 on a bunch of bronzes, you can chuck a few in because you probably won't need the rating. 90% of the time, your bottom half of your face isn't visible. Especially when you're on your console monitor. I would trim it a bit, like 1 centimeter width. Or keep that in mind. Yeah, I can't imagine how insane it'd be. Your nitpicking made it's fine. I mean, I've had 0 problems about it, but I'm not gonna. I appreciate the feedback. Is La Liga team the season after Prem? I'm not sure what the schedule is. Alright, so let's do this. Let's just take care of it right now. Let's do, I guess, a few Team of the Week upgrades. Just to make room. And do the dailies. And then we'll kind of go full send. Yeah, literally sending everything into it. So Syria and Bundesliga are running out, so I don't mind. So if you're using Pale Tools, what you can do is there's an option for non-top leagues. If you just submit non-top leagues for silvers, you'll keep all the Bundesliga, Serie A, Prem La Liga, or whatever ones you want to select as a top league. And that will help solve that problem and give you more of those at your disposal. Also, too, if you're already profiting a ton on the League One Eredivisie section and the Lib Sun, and you're never buying a card for the Prem La Liga, if you do want to spend a little bit on like bronzes or silvers for the Bundesliga Serie A so you don't have to use all golds, you can. You just have to realize how much you're spending if your goal is to get a certain amount of profit guaranteed. Most people, though, don't really care about the profit. Like when we did on stream the other day, if you go back, you could see my live profit I was making and the amount of SBC runs. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think we were up 60K after 9 runs. Then I literally did another like 30 runs off a stream where I made probably 20K profit, but I made a little less because I spent a little more, but I crafted more faster that way. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I just find the more you're able to open, the more you're able to spam. Eventually you end up packing some crazy thing that gives you a little more profit, or you get a crazy amount more of untradeable fodder that you can then turn into liquid coins too, so it all ends up working out anyways. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's do, I guess, the 83 times 14 first. Then we'll do the 83 times 10s. Oh, we have the 82 times 7 as well. And that needs a team of the week. There's so much stuff. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you got to do so much grinding on a day-to-day basis to truly run out. What's the best way to recycle rares and non-rares? I would take a look at our pin video in chat if you're wanting the best recycle grind. I would avoid player picks at all costs, in my opinion. And I would include League SBCs as much as you can. I choose, man. I'm gonna get a few more runs now. With stream on in the background. Sounds good, buddy. Let me know if you have any questions, man. And yeah, you're gonna see me use some 87s. You're gonna see me use an 88 and 86. When it comes to our duplicate storage, we really don't care about that fodder, so. Just kind of a heads up. It needs to go somewhere, otherwise we run out of space. Blue! Goalkeeper! Oh, it's Allison. Or Ederson. Hey! This is my second time getting them, I think. So Premium League upgrades to get fodder and the coins. So grind 77 times 5. The way I do it, I incorporate League SBCs, 77 times 5, in the Premium League specifics. Non-stop with the dailies. They're constantly going back and forth with each other. They're constantly evolving each other. I don't leave a single one out. You can choose not to use League SBCs at all. But if you don't have League SBCs in it, and you're just putting 77 times 5s into premiums, and then you're building out premiums with 77 times 5, or you're building out 77 times 2s, you will eventually run out. You will never run out if you include League SBCs with the liquid coins that you're getting, that you can always buy back more fodder if needed in different areas. Or you would have to grind so much on a daily basis. I'm talking like you would have to be extremely overpaying and doing 100 League SBC runs on a daily basis to get even close to running out. The grind is truly insane. Hey, another blue! Come on! Please! Oh, is this the purple one? Yeah, it's the purple one. I'm colorblind. Cold back-to-back, boys. Let's go. W. By the way, I count for the number on screen. I count both purples and blues together because, one, I can't tell the difference between the color. And two, it just makes it easier and having less stuff on the screen. We have it somewhat broken down for the differences, though, in the command. Exclamation mark, team of season. Well, that says we're sending off League bronzes into normal silver upgrade. No, if you have tradable ones, you should be selling them for 200 coins. Easy money there, in bulk. Or using them in your daily gold, where you need 5 bronzes and 5 silvers. I would never do a bronze upgrade. You're just throwing away coins at that point. If they're untradables you're talking about off leagues, you're throwing away potential cards that you're buying or you're not doing enough daily golds, and you can put them there. Would BPM help with the league grind? Let's do an hour BPM to get libs, just buy the golds. You're going to be doing it extremely slow if BPM's included. BPM is fantastic in terms of its value right now, but you're limited to how much you can list, how much will sell. You do not need that to do our premium league SBC grind. I would encourage you to do the opposite and never touch it if you're trying to do our grind. In my opinion. Doesn't mean it can't be done. You could still for sure do it, but once you're kind of in it for a while, you'll understand what I'm saying. Once you do our grind, you're like, okay, that makes sense. It'd be more worth our time doing this. Can you show one cycle from scratch so we can do the same? One cycle of what, Mayo? League SBCs? Or our whole out menu grind? You just buy the lib studs on bid, or buy now, whatever you want to do. Yeah, it would take an hour instead of 10 minutes of bidding. Fair enough. Thanks, man. Whole out menu grind would be amazing. AFC, I'm glad you asked, buddy. We literally have a video pinned in chat. It's the first link in the description. I will keep promoting it. That is the exact grind I want you guys to do. Go watch that video if you're wanting step-by-step of what it looks like on the menus. We have a whole video walking over step-by-step every single thing you could possibly want to do. Every place you can put things, every place I'd recommend it. Stumbling blocks, where people want to divert, where they shouldn't divert. All that is covered. And if there's something not covered in that video and you watched it and you want advice on it, leave a comment or let me know after you watch it. And I can add stuff to it. Borja? We should just quick sell it, man. The entire grind, post, silver, and daily gold stuff on a repeat part once we reach that point. Yep. All that should be covered in that video. I watched it, but I'm slow in the head and don't get it. So what I would recommend is watch it again. And maybe look at your menus while you're doing it so you're hands-on with it. Me saying the words right now is going to be even worse for you because the video shows you step by step as it's happening. Me telling you to do something, you're not going to be able to understand exactly what I'm saying. It's going to be more difficult. Like when I say right now, go do your 5 to 10 League SBC runs. If you want to use Pale Tools. Oh! Please! Please! Nah, you're trolling. You're trolling. I can't escape the bussy, man. Bussies just follow me around, bro. I thought I got Kerchali. Nah. But no, AFC, does that make sense, buddy? Because, like, me telling you to go do, like, 5 runs of League SBCs, you're going to be like, okay. But can you show me how to do the 5 runs of League SBCs? That's what the how to grind League SBCs video is for, step by step. But then if you want to impale tools, you might say, can you show me real quick how to do it in Pale Tools? That's what the step-by-step Pale Tools video on how to grind is for. And then for the menus, all the different places I'd put fodder, all the places you can get liquid coins, all the ways you can turn your untradables into tradable packs, what should go into league specifics, all that is covered step-by-step in that video. If you want to put it on like 2x speed, so you can watch it twice as fast too, If you've already watched it, that might help as well. You finally got your first bussy today? I'm going to have like 50 of my 100 transfer list space as bussies. We got to update the team of season count for Nightbot. It's not going to be accurate. Let me do that real quick. We're probably just going to update this once a day at the start of the stream. Otherwise, it's going to be non-stop. Where's Nightbot at? Team of season. We're at 68, right? Yeah. Nightbot needs the sack in the morning. Nightbot took like a week-long break. Did you guys see that the other day? We were wondering where Nightbot was. Hold on, I gotta check to make sure. My football match is still on. So we have like maybe an hour and a half before I have to head out. Alright, did Nightbot update? Do you guys want to check that real quick? Okay, so we have 2 more of the 83 times 14s. We'll do these. Thank you. Nightbot's on the last year of his contract. We might let him go on a free. League SBC grind for the next 4 hours now? I might die before then. Dude, I'm telling you, once you've taken a break from it and you go back, it's actually so calming. Like, I actually have joy again doing League SBCs. Oh! A new one! Benceleb! Cold! Didn't even see you there, buddy. Good fodder. Good fodder. Alright, final one. I hope when they bring this back, they do make a team of seasons included. I don't know why they wouldn't. I think they've done that in the past. Because all I know is it's not a waste to put 83s and 82s into the team of the week. Especially if you only need like 7 to 10 a day. But just having the amount of team of the seasons we do have, that's what makes it feel like a waste. I'd very much rather have it go there. Infinite, please. Alright, sick. There we go. Final 83 times 14. We'll wait to do the 83 times 10. We'll spam some league specifics. Another blue. Or purple. Are the premiums worth it? If you're spamming them in recycling, absolutely. Ant-Man again. Gold. And of course he gets a blue. Yeah, of course I'm getting blues, guys. You know I'm paid by EA, right? To play this game. Of course I'm going to have pack luck. Come on, let's be serious here. Will I get a team of season of value? I'll have to wait and see. Thought so. Alright. Let's check a bunch of these out. Boom, 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 boom. Zagrova. I'm also going to send all my League 1 Gold Rares in our club. Just this time. Because we're going to keep getting them over and over. So, if we're going to make a ton of these, it'd be smart to do that. I think. Otherwise, our dupe storage will just fill right back up. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they fixed the speed or what. But I'm now able to do like 4 to 6 runs of League SBCs on console in a very quick amount of time. Like, I think I counted yesterday. I did 3 runs in less than 15 minutes. It was crazy. Yep, throwing in like an 84 too is brilliant. Record charge from the grind, she's only 90k. Dude, so many of the cards are extremely cheap. Which is wild as well. So what you can do as well, if you did do a few of the premiums, you could probably just keep recycling the gold rares in, and you keep the gold commons for the League SBC run. Because after a few openings, you probably do have 6 from a team where you wouldn't have to spend any. And then you'd probably have enough from other teams too. So that could be an option. How many does the Women's League have? Quite a bit too. Now you're really going to see this grind, boys. Before you're probably like, oh, he's showing us dailies. That's not saying much. Wait till we start spamming these. Dude, the amount of Herburgers I'm going to get duplicate. It might be like Team of the Year all over again. Counts I can throw an 84 just to, oh, I read that already. If only the menu filter would save your search specifics so you can't. You can. It actually does save it. It's new this year. You can do the same SBC over and over with the same thing. How many bussies today? I think 2 so far. We just packed one. Alright, off league. Off league. Yeah, I'll show you how you can make it the... Oh, to keep it the French one? Yeah, it'd be nice if there's a league option, Dad. But yeah, if you guys don't know, squad builder, gold, just put in League 1, storage all, whatever you want to do, ignore position, load a high. If you want to do something like that, if you're trying to get rid of gold commons or gold rares, boom, submit that. Go back into squad builder. It's going to be there again. You just do it over and over. They do have the club option there. They have league and club option. And if you want to turn it to just gold commons, gold rares, they have that perfectly. So if you wanted to just send a bunch of gold commons, that could be a way to do it too. Yeah, it's a relatively new feature. I don't think you would have seen it if you just got back to playing. Alright, I really want to get these down to 400 before we continue. Should we do that? Yeah, let's do 425. We'll get these down to 425. Otherwise, this is going to still stay close to 500, and it's never going to disappear. Actually, no, we need dupe storage space. No, we're going to open the league specific. We're going to bounce around again. All right, we got 7 of these. Nothing in the first one. Beautiful. So, 77 times 5s will be your best friend with a lot of the women's league commons. And a lot of the League 1 gold commons as well. Because you won't need all of them for... the League SBC section. Played most of the season so far? Just didn't click on it? Yeah, it's hard to know it's there unless you're like specifically just trying out random things. But it does stick unless you go back to the main menu and then come back in. Wonder if the menus will change in 26. I would say, as long as not Footbin. As long as Pale Tools keeps getting more and more features, I feel like EA is going to slowly add more and more of those features over time. So it wouldn't be out of this world to think that eventually the menus could look something like Pale Tools. It's just going to be probably a year and a half delayed from anything Pale Tools does. Unless they just hire the guys from Pale Tools. It'd be like the common sense thing to do. Love how League SBCs are all the way back there. Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, Bowen, Spurs, Chelsea, Everton. Lester. Hip. You do Wolves yet? There we go. How long can you get softman from the transfer market for? On Pale Tools, sometimes it's like 5 minutes, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 4 hours, sometimes it's a day. It's kind of random. Goretzka. Do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Boom. Boom. We'll do Syria. Low to high. Get some of these silvers out of there. That's done. All right, let's get the lib sub done real quick. Look at how insanely quick that was. Very easy. Should slow down a bit. Just splash 70k in gold commons for all the leagues. Each for 350. Is there a reason you use coins on gold commons? Well, not all, just League One, Bundesliga, Serie A. Oh, you're the one who used them all. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Rockstar hired FIFA, so I don't see why EA just don't hire the guy that makes the game better. I mean, I feel like eventually, if they get new leadership, they will do things like that, but I feel like EA is just too big of a company to fail and also really make a lot of progress, which sucks. It's nice for some things. Like, don't get me wrong. It's nice knowing, like, there's aspects of the game that will somewhat kind of be there because they don't change too much. So it's like I can look forward to League SBCs theoretically being in the game, essentially copy and pasted. But that's the frustrating thing, too. It's like EA has the ability to do stuff, and then they actively choose not to. It makes you think, do they really care about you? Answer is no. They don't give a crap about you. They're trying to make money off of you. That's the real answer, but EA capable of doing these things that Pale Tools do. They just won't until there's too much complaint. They'll slowly release to minimize the hate. You know what? Let's actually 77 times 5s. We're gonna have so many gold commons. I wish they would have brought out the one rare league specifics for like 7 commons again. That would have been fun. Unless I missed it. It's not there, right? I'm going to try something. We're going to see if we can get this to work. So I'm going to do Squad Builder. We're going to do Gold. League 1. Max of 82. Newest, ignore position, yes. Low to high. Watch us cook real quick. $72 seasons, impressive. Any good ones? Not yet. Blues or reds are pretty good. I think this is the move, boys. Game crashes. Imagine that. Otherwise, we're just going to have a million duplicate gold commons to deal with. So maybe, instead of doing 1 run of League SBCs, you focus on like 4 or 5 runs to clear, or you clear a bunch this way, you do 1 run and then continue. They have adjusted player pack weights, so the best cards hardly ever drop. And you know what? Hot take. If they drop something like an 82 times 20 eventually, I don't think it's a bad idea that I can get 70 team of the seasons in the first few days. And then we eventually pack like one of the good ones eventually. Especially not league specifics route. I bet we'll get one eventually. But I would much rather, instead of packing one really good one and packing no team of the seasons elsewhere, I'd rather get hundreds of crap ones, get the fodder for that, craft whatever we want, and then eventually get something anyways. Is the grind unlimited? The way I'm doing it, I will never run out. Yes. This grind is long, though? Okay. I'm not directing this at you, Insidious. I'm just going to say this for everyone in general. 2 things can be... a thing can be true. The grind is long. But the reason the grind is long, because it works so well, that you can essentially do it forever. That's like the trade-off, right? If you make the grind take 2 seconds, you skip all the steps, you then run out quicker. So, if the issue is the grind takes long, and that's stopping people from wanting to do it, it's not a question of whether it's unlimited or not. It's people don't want to do, oh, I did 3 instead. Ooh, shoot. I would rather have the problem be the grind's too long, and you make too many packs and you make too many coins, than the opposite. I'm just doing the dailies and then running out. Yeah. But like, that... Again, not saying you Insidious, because I know what you're saying personally. But I'm saying, like, people will say that. But then also complain about the way they're doing it. It runs out. It's like, okay, that's fine. But you got to admit then, if you're only taking the shortcuts, if you're only doing what's essentially given to you right away, you're not trying to maximize each little area and then also maximize the liquid coins, you might only be able to do 50 a day. If you only want to do 50 a day, that's fine. Do the 50 a day. Come back tomorrow and do it. But if you want to religiously sit here and be able to do a lot more, like I said, we're going to be doing thousands upon thousands of the 77 times 5s. because of that, we'll be doing 1,000 plus of the league specifics throughout the course of all the leagues put together. Guaranteed. And again, things like this can help speed it up. Finding little console filters like this with Gold League 1. Craft the 77 times 5s. So I don't have to sit there and do everything by hand. Women's League might be a little harder because I don't know what their common ratio is. I bet they have way less. You're using the quick menu? Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the way I'm talking about using it to speed it up. This is really nice for the grinding upgrades daily. Put in the silvers in there. I hope these come back when they expire Friday. So, what do you guys think in terms of doing the premiums into League SBCs? Which team week do you think would be the best? Because, like, you're technically getting a tradable pack for the League One if you're putting that into League SBCs. Prem or La Liga, you obviously get a chance at some really good cards, and then the highest rating there. None. I won't touch premiums. Does Brendan Rodgers go for anything? No? Probably Ultimate Team of Season's your best bet. No, what I'm saying, though, is if you're doing premiums into League SBCs, though, which one, ideally, like, which league would you want, would you care more about? Like, if it's Serie A or Bundesliga, you could do the Serie A or Bundesliga very easily with the untradables. Same with the Prem or La Liga. I think Prem would probably be the easiest, in my opinion. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, when I do La Liga, I know most of the teams in La Liga, but the badges are so somewhat similar, I forget which ones I've already used and which ones I haven't. Prem, it's just easy to go through very quickly. I don't know if that's just a me problem or if you guys experience that too. What are the purple cards actually called? Team of the season. Team of the season what, guys? Highlights. Thank you. Yeah, they're like the honorable mentions. I just always forget the name. Just helps get the 83s and 84s from the daily? Yeah. Premium's paying out, though? I haven't hit one yet. But we're about to recycle to the next huge group, so. Let's see, let's do Trossard. So Arsenal, Spurs, Newcastle, West Ham. Villa, Wolves, Everton, Chelsea. Nottingham we haven't used yet. We haven't done Brain either. So that's good. That's good. Did 10 premiums and not one walkout? Palacios. Gnabry. Boom. 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 Was Syria. Las. Torino. Perfect. Go. Yeah, it seems rapid versus how we normally had them go in the past. It feels like we're flying through League SBCs now. I could probably just go back and do another round right away. Just boom, boom. We'll do City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, West Ham. Spurs, Leicester, Brentford, Everton, Brighton, Crystal, did I do all center backs? Oh, who's from the same club? Who did I accidentally take two of? Two Brians. We Fulham instead. Another center back. Give us mud in and had to stop playing champs. Fati upgrade sweet. I haven't checked it out yet. How much did he go up? Like stat wise and stuff. See. Andoric. Nice. Boom. 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 FCA. Do load a high here. Boom. That should work. Oh, that's good. Beautiful, man. Prime Electrum. So we'll do that again. We'll take 28 there. Get the 3 gold rares. Finish that off real quick. Kuna, Ledesma, Cotes. Also, too, if we have a bunch of River Plate golds that we're not using, as in we're using the higher end ones, I might just submit those into a 77 plus times 5. Go, that's done again. Easy there. Let's finish clearing the Eredivisie. League 1 Eredivisie. So I have like 20k profit here. just off of this alone that we just made. Look at that. We even have the team of the seasons popping up. League One. Pop those in. Done. All right. Open these packs. 77 times 5s. League specifics. Let's go. Bearder sold. Acuna. Desma. Kota's all back in the club. Just like that. So you see how kind of we take quick detours to get rid of other stuff, and then we're right back in it. Liga F. Does that go for anything? Ooh, 1,500 coins. Cold. Spanish manager. Anything here? 300? Nah. 1,000 coins. 4,000 plus quick sell, so 5k profit there alone. Nice. Another Prime Electrum. And again, with the silvers from the Prime Electrum, you can keep them and use them for the team of season crafting. Or you can sell them for 300 coins minimum. It's kind of your call. With fodder, though, like 85s, 84s, 86s, everything that's like at the lowest price and it's not selling, do not quick sell. Keep listing it. It will sell eventually when they rise. Even some lazies will eventually get it. Do not sacrifice those coins. They will eventually add up. But yeah, now that we have the premiums out, another way to look at the prime golds in packs like this, you don't have to get a crazy walkout for it to be successful. You don't need to get a team of season for it to be successful. If you get a crap ton of gold rares that are in a bunch of off leagues or they're dupes from a league you already have, all those get submitted into the league specific premiums. So it helps you build the next pack. That's exactly what I'm going to do to clear my dupes. Got all these. We low-key might have to do an icon, though, or something. If our team of seasons get too many on our duplicate storage. Oh, from the League SBC grind! Blue! Come on! Is that Benta? Benta's purple, right? Yeah, it's a purple one. We'll take it, though. Was that from the, Prem La Liga? W, man. Let's go. We also built out like 10 more plus of the 77 plus times 5s. So we'll open some of these. Another walkout. And yeah, like on top of the making coins, on top of the unlimited packs, think about the fodder you're getting. If there was like a player SBC that you were wanting to do, but you didn't want to like spend liquid coins, you didn't want to buy the fodder, you thought it'd take forever to grind. Essentially this and the saved objective packs we did Due in like an hour and a half, I think it was, after he came out. And he had some super high teams. He chucked in a lot of fodder. So then another way you can speed this up, I'm going to do duplicate storage, gold rares up to 83. I'll show you how I'm going to do it real quick. For the premiums, squad builder, Gold rares. Take the league off. Storage. Low to high. Ignore positions. I did to 82. I should do to 83. Are you opening premium upgrades or 77 times 5? Yes to both of them. Both of them are included in our unlimited grind. Pop those in. This way. Just need 3 off leagues. So now another way to look at this too. The liquid coins that you guys are making. Let's say you guys don't care about making coins while you're making packs and all this stuff. Let's say you're on average making throughout the course of the week a little less than 100K a day. But your main goal is you want to do a crap ton of premiums. And you're to the point where you're like, I'm going to take these coins. I'm going to just buy gold rares instead. We'll bid like 650 on them or whatever it is. I would start taking some of those coins. If you really wanted gold rares, I'd look at provisions. And look at some of these. You're limited to the amount you can do. But if we look at half rare gold provisions, 45 of these for 28K. What does that average out per card? That is 28 divided by 45. That's 622 coins per card. So if you guys were bidding 650 on gold rares, it would be cheaper to just buy this. And there's 8 of them throughout the course of a week. They expire in 3 days, 18 hours. If you wanted to do like one of these a day throughout the course of a week, and then continue the grind as well while you're making coins with League SBCs, you're making all the other packs, you could do that. Or maybe you take some of the coins, maybe not all of them. Some of them, want to chuck some in there. You could do the common one. There's a bunch of Team of Seasons you could get in the common one. All I know is I want to get a blue from these, bro. So badly. Yeah, a Team of the Week pack to top up. That's cheaper than buying Team of the Weeks on the market, but it's still cheaper to craft your Team of the Weeks with untradables. But even buying out gold commons like 82s on bid and 83s. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all those dupes again. Literally, like, everything's a dupe. We have, like, one of everything. He only needs 1 team of the week. That's a big dub. Come on. Let's see a blue, please. Nada. Alright, all those get checked back in. Start through storage. 83s and below. All get sent. Cold wear storage, load a high. Now once these get sent, 77 times 5s. We'll build those out. Probably do a League SBC run too, but put those on hold for now. Because we've already done like 3 or 4 today. Alright. Again, I'll show you kind of the crafted one if you guys are trying to do a specific league. So instead of gold commons or gold rares, I just put gold storage, all. You can put all on there. Lowest to highest, newest, and I'll do League 1 and then the Women's League. So by doing this, you should get a good mix if you've been doing the league specific packs of gold rares and gold commons. If it has 2 in there, you submit it. If it has less than 2, you add 1. If it has more than 2, you remove 1. Salah's a 2-time Prem winner now. Nice, man. He should go to Sunderland. Become a championship winner. Anfield was mental. You were there, actually? Nice, man. Alright, anything else we can chuck? 2-season grind. We can do silvers. All lowest, highest, newest. It should be mainly off-league cards. If there's the occasional, like, Prem La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, shouldn't be that big of a deal. But slowly start getting these done with the League SBC runs we've been doing. Like there's a Serie A. There's 2 Bundesligas in there. Full-time scenes was crazy. Big deal. Gig says 13. Best moment I've had, Liverpool fan alongside 2019 UCL. Which is crazy because, I mean, obviously it's me. I'm not really a person to go off of. I feel like I've barely watched any Prem this year. And it didn't feel like that big of an accomplishment for Liverpool to win. Because it felt like everyone else just kind of had a horrific season for the most part. In some form or another. I feel like, honestly, the best seasons and the best teams to watch were the ones that might get European football that usually don't. Like Aston Villa type of teams, Nottingham Forest. Those have been extremely enjoyable. But relegation sides have been horrific. United's been horrific. City had another off year. I guess at one point Arsenal had a chance, but Yeah, I wonder if Leeds or any of the newly promoted teams, including Sunderland, will escape the relegation curse. You're saying that as if United even compete, to be fair? When was the last time they did? I actually didn't say that at all. You're putting words into my mouth. If anything, I'm saying the opposite. They had such a horrific year. It was nothing to watch. It's been nothing to watch for a while. Cold! Cold air, cold! Cold! Easy coins, boys! W! It's the fastest the premise being won. The rest are just shite when Liverpool were consistent. As much as I hate them, fair play for Aaron for his first season in charge. Some achievement. Have I gotten a walkout in these yet? I haven't gotten a team of season for sure. But I don't think I've even gotten a walkout from these premiums yet. They'll come due for sure. But like, they've been kind of... I mean, it's like there's a microphone that goes directly to EA when I say things out loud. It's a decent poll, but it's more of the fact that I said these haven't come due. They're bound to come due eventually. And literally the next pack, as we're saying the sentence, we get a poll. That's the funny part. Yeah, all this, and I still haven't done the 83 times 10s. I haven't done the 85 plus player picks. I haven't done the rest of the grind upgrades. I still have like another 20 of those. I haven't done the daily golds. So if we've already done like 4 or 5 League SBC run-throughs, we're making good coins there. We've already done like 15 to 20 of the premiums. We've crafted and opened 77 times 5 is probably a similar amount. I still think out of all that content that we've made in the past 2 hours being live, if I stop doing that right now and just focus on building these back up, I could probably get this close to 500 again by the end of the night with the daily golds, the grind, League SBCs, and then open these and build out League specifics. You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to run an experiment. If you guys want to join in. What if we removed one of the leagues in League SBCs? Whether it's Prem La Liga or Bundesliga Serie A or maybe one of each. and you literally just left that. Like, maybe I go into my club if I'm trying to build out more of these, or short term at least, trying to build out a few more. If I went through and said, all right, I want to keep the Prem, but La Liga, start low to high to see how many we're working with. You get what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 we could use maybe. But the only question is that worth 4 or 5 of the repeatables to lose a lot of what could continue the grind even more? I guess the commons would also make sense. If we're doing commons for the maybe 77 plus times 5s, this would probably be the even better way of building them out. Doing this, putting these into 77 times 5s, and then building out that way. Because that'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See, I'd be more inclined to do that instead. Instead of picking a league to build out the rares, pick a league to build out 77 times 5s with. I say we give that a try. So if we go to Team Season Crafting Upgrade, go into Golds, Storage All, Height of 82, Newest Yes. We did La Liga. Now, I'm able to do this right now as an experiment because I haven't done the Team of Season grinds mainly yet, and I haven't done the daily gold. If I was out of those, I would be extremely hesitant of sending too much stuff. Because remember, League SBCs are your lifelines to endless packs and endless coins if you keep grinding them. You probably wouldn't want everything sent. But, if you're looking for things to scrape a few more packs, or build a few to maybe save up for a bigger pack opening, I think that's a good way to do it. I guess we'll see what the results of this become. Because then we'll get more rares back for these leagues anyways. Yo, brother, I'm saying a ton of commons and rares in my club. What would you think would be the best method to pack the most Team of Seasons this week? Snowy, we have a video on that exact thing. It is the pinned video, the first link in the description. How to grind the menus during Team of the Season. I would highly recommend a mix of League SBCs, the 77 times 5, also known as the Crafting Upgrade, and the League-specific premiums, along with all your daily grinds. That'd be my recommendation. It's going to give you endless packs, endless coins, endless fodder. Or kind of even trying to take it to even more an extreme and say, hey, if you have all this access and you're doing, like, let's say the Prem La Liga section for League SBCs, if I'm mainly using the Prem, maybe I start sacrificing some of the gold rares and gold commons from La Liga. Or if I'm mainly doing Serie A, maybe I sacrifice the Bundesliga. And kind of the trade-off between whether you should do this for the Premium League specific or the 77 times 5 would be, if you already have a bunch of gold commons in your club, and you're not using most of them anyways for League SBCs, and they're just kind of sitting there, and you keep getting duplicates, start sending some in the 77 times 5, because you're going to build out more rares this way anyways. Like, look at that. I could probably start using 3 rares instead. But, instead of doing 2 overkill with that, we now could put that into the premiums. There's an article that said Mino can be sold for the right price. Very, very backwards move. Say back to wingers and striker. Hoyland maybe. Isn't Hoyland getting sold to the Serie A? I thought there's like 5 teams that are putting offers down as of today. I mean, you're probably not going to recoup the whole price, but if you can get a decent chunk of that in some other sales, with some aging players or some players they can make some good money on, it would balance the team out a lot more. Best pull? No one really of value, to be honest. No one more than like 100K. Yeah, the issue is, though, because teams know that United's going to fire sale, do they lowball? And how much are they okay with a lowball? Like, where's the line drawn? At least we get Cunha. He's going to help massively in tens. You be United's recruitment team this summer? I mean, in general, I would hate to be United. Sounds like there's always something going on. Top 6 or 4? I mean, United needs to get top half of the table should be the expectation. I feel like we keep walking through the same thing where it's like, all right, now that we're spending even more, Europe is a guarantee. By Europe, we mean Champions League. And it's like, oh, well, Europe just isn't like any competition. Europa, throw us in Europa. Oh, Conference League would be nice. Let's go play in Norway. To a team that no one's ever heard of, but they beat us 5-0. Mount was a stupid buy. What was... I can't remember. Was Mount a panic buy? I can't remember how that went down. Yeah, Dorgu's too early to judge. I feel like both Højlund and Xerxes were somewhat of a panic buy. I think it was one of those where you spend a little more, you get a guaranteed quality player, but for both of them, you spend a little less than your quote-unquote world-class strikers, and you hope to develop them quickly and they can step in and impact that season. I think Højlund, you're just not getting that. And given time, maybe could potentially become that, but I think shipping him to Serie A, raising the funds to get an actual world-class striker would be better. Xerxes, I think there is a player in there that you could potentially work with. Just the way that United kind of tried to force something out of him wasn't the best, but they really had no options either due to injury and just lack of striker depth. So, good striker depth. So, it'd be interesting to see Xerxes play in a side where, I don't know, United's doing better and he has a little more freedom. Because, like, confidence is a big thing too, right? You have a lot of players that truly, probably throughout the course of a season, if they were just more confident, if their team was doing better, and they were playing more freely, they would probably progress infinitely faster than they do. Like, how many players do you think are stuck in sides where it's like they're not able to shine because they're just sitting in low blocks, relegation side, conceding 5 goals every single week? Like, I think that makes Delap's season even more impressive. I mean, you could say he had a decent to mediocre season. Seasons in the championship for the 2 years he was there. Then making the move to Ipswich. Realistically, any striker in a relegation side that's scoring more than 10 goals with very little, I would argue, assistance in a lot of cases. I think a lot of that he kind of built himself. There's some like overplay with who's the left back? He was decent. But like Ipswich, Jack Clark they bought from Sunderland. As a Sunderland fan, I did not like how Ipswich played Jack Clark. They played him somewhat inverted, so he wasn't like that natural winger. But even if he was in a more natural winger spot, Jack Clark's not good enough in the Premier League to take on Premier League right backs and beat them consistently the way he was in the Championship. So you'd see him have a low match rating, play a cup game, do really well, then be a system player in the Premier League and not do well. And then there'd be a red card, and he'd be the first sub. Soon fine in Turkey, but was so Andreas used a few years ago. Not only ever had one good season, that CL game sold the United's dreams. I still love this story about them drinking champagne when they like doubled the cost, and United ended up saying yes. And then they got Jan Sommer for like what, 5 mil? Crazy. And I despise Inter. But that's a wild business. And then the funny part was, again, the United situation. It's like, you have a lot of broken pieces. A lot of things get blamed on a single individual as the end-all be-all. We get rid of them, our problems go away. They go somewhere else and instantly start doing better than United. Like, where did De Gea go right after he became a free agent? Did he go to La Liga? I mean, obviously Greenwood's a different situation. Greenwood got ousted out because of the situation he put himself in. He's probably never going to be in a United jersey ever again. Was it a loan with option to buy? Or is there a chance he might go back? Yeah, he was a free agent for almost a year. But then didn't, like, his first few games back, he just have some crazy saves? Dude, that'd be the most United thing in the world. Getting rid of someone like De Gea, buying Onana for an overprice, selling Onana, and then getting De Gea as a free agent again, but having to, like, double his wages. Yeah, if Sunderland's in the Prem, I'm going to watch a lot more Prem this next year. I took a little Prem break this season. Especially after Ahmad got hurt. There's a Sheik from Qatar. Give me back De Gea any day. So, if you guys, genuine question, yes or no to this. I feel like I know your answers, but I think it might be somewhat divided. If you could snap a finger and let's say remove social media completely, like you have no X, you have no Instagram, you have no sites, and by doing so, Fabrizio Romano doesn't exist, and you now have access to, you find out about transfers as they're happening. You get like the De Gea walking out from the limo. But the trade-off is you don't get social media. Do you feel like that's a good trade-off? Yes or no? Because I think you could say, oh, get rid of Fabrizio Romano, problem solved. But there's always going to be reporters. There's always going to be journalists. Yeah, nah. Yeah. I figured most people would still say no. It would be fun, though. Or you know what? Maybe, hold on. If I rephrase that and said, like footballing content got banned on social media during a transfer window. So like maybe like the last week or two of the summer transfer window, you just get no updates for football related stuff. That'd be interesting. Dude, Fab usually is pretty good with tweets. I feel like Fab has tweeted about Cunha like 50 million times. Progress is being made on the front of Cunha to United. Really? I had no idea. Cunha on the course of signing with United. Contract being worked out. Really? No shot. Oh, he's still the GOAT for sure. I think it's more of a... I miss the way it used to be. More than, like, any negative against him. Dude just doesn't sleep. I don't get how he does it, man. Like, the contacts he has, the agents he talks to, like... But I do find it funny when, like, you see some random players start getting shipped. Or, like, posted about way too often. And then you're like, wait a second. Who? But then again, people say that when he posts about Sunderland. It'll be like, Sunderland on the verge of a 5-year deal with superstar U17 international youngster from a team in a country no one's ever heard of. Will he be the next talent at the Stadium of Light? And then the first reply will be a Newcastle fan. Who? Question mark. And then it'll be an Aston Villa fan quoting that and saying, biggest club in the Northeast. Keep posting. Think Fab makes the most ever on X Twitter? It's crazy. He can like post the same thing on every single platform and instantly get a bag every single day. I want to know how much he makes a year on everything altogether. A contract he has with agencies, companies, sponsor deals. But like strictly, I'm just curious, straight revenue from X and these other social media sites alone for just his posts has to be insane. And then he'll do, I don't know if he still does them, but I remember during the transfer window, at least during the summer one, he had a period where he would then take all his tweets and all his stories and he'd put them into a YouTube video where he'd be like, it is Fabrizio Romano. We are talking about the updates on the situation with Mason Greenwood. Here we go. And then he talks like 5 minutes for that. Then he's like, Real Madrid making progress with Trent Arnold-Alexander. Here we go. And he'll do like 10 of them. And you're just sitting there like, wait, what? Any new information here? He loves the Greenwood. I love his Greenwood tweets because you know it's just going to have the most replies in the world. I just get a bowl of popcorn anytime I see a Greenwood one. Like, I can't remember. Did you guys say, is Greenwood sold? Or is he on loan with no potential, or not an obligation to buy, with an option to buy? Like, is there a chance he goes back to United? If so, I bet there's like a 10 tweet thing. Worst Twitter side ever is Genty Trey Twitter. We're so cringe, man. Dude, what is the guy who's been tweeting for like 10 years has Mbappe scored a free kick? And Mbappe just scored his first free kick. Is he changing his account or is he selling it? Like, what's going to happen with it? Real Madrid are now optimistic to reach an agreement with Liverpool to let Trent Alexander-Arnold join earlier and play the Club World Cup. Actually? I'm sure Wait, hold on. Speaking about Real Madrid, I missed it. What did Rudiger do? Did he throw a water bottle and hit a ref? I saw the throw, but I didn't see if it actually hit the ref. I didn't know if it was a water bottle or what. It was ice cubes? He chucked ice cubes. He chucked ice cubes and you think he missed. Okay. Can I have permission to speak for like a minute real quick? Just hot take. I understand there are some things you shouldn't do. I get it. But I think also at the same time, I feel like we live in a day and age where everything is so extremely soft. Where, should you do something like that? Probably not. Should there be a card or a punishment for it? Maybe. But do we have to tweet, I apologize for my attitude and my frustration. I owe everything to the club. No disrespect to the referee. I have the utmost respect for referee. Nah, do it, meet it. And then the next time that ref has a game where they're reffing Real Madrid, I want to see a completely biased ref. I want to see Rudiger, the second he touches a pitch of grass, he gets carded. Have like a storyline, man. Come on. Or maybe like Rudiger's involved in a play, and all of a sudden he's making, he plays a long ball. He's running up the pitch. Then all of a sudden the ref stops in front of him and just like completely falls over the ref. Like, have fun with it, man. Please. Football's becoming boring. Can we please have storylines? That would be awesome. Alright. Storage all. Club storage all. Yes. I love you just tweeted. Yeah, if I had the chance, I would have choked them. But it's like, I think of like, if social media was around and as big as it is today, back when like Pepe, Piqué, type of days, Ramos. Do you think Ramos would be tweeting his apologies? I don't think so. To be fair, if there was VAR back then, Ramos wouldn't be in a lot of games. Pepe wouldn't be in a lot of games. Remember when Pepe, his famous clip of him, like, kicking the dude in the back? You know, like, missing the ball, hitting the dude, then missing the ball again, hitting the dude in the middle of the back? What amount of games would that be penalty if there wasn't a Real Madrid bias? Surely that's like you're out for the season, right? Wilt numbers. Like, surely that's like, alright, you might have to take a test to see if you can play football professionally again. You might actually have to go on an apology tour. Can you imagine social media when Cantona kicked the fan? Yeah, But it's like, as bad as that, you shouldn't do some of those things. I kind of miss that in football, because it's like it made players a villain. Like, speaking of villains, did you see Luis Suarez bit his teammate? Did you see Luis Suarez on Inter got in like a scuffle? His teammate like tried to come and break it up, and he like touched Luis Suarez on the shoulder, and his instincts kicked in, and he literally like went over and started to bite him before he realized it was his teammate. It's like, okay, should Luis Suarez bite people? No. Is he a racist as well? Probably. Are those both bad things? Yes, those are bad things. But the storyline you got when United then played Liverpool and Patrice Evra would go against Luis Suarez was beautiful, man. Remember when Hulk, oh my gosh, my favorite like moment ever when it comes to like dealing with racism. I'm not talking about like players holding signs saying don't be racist, no racism allowed. That does nothing. Remember when Hulk went to Russia and he was playing in Russia, and there was a clip of him in the Russian audience started chanting monkey noises, and he proceeds to hit a banger of a shot way outside the box, and it instantly shut them up. Oh my gosh, it was the most glorious thing ever. It was beautiful. That had to be at least, what, 10 years ago now? Maybe more? How long ago was that? Like, I would almost risk a copyright claim right now trying to pull it up. It was that good. Yeah, I wanna see it. I'll play real quick. It's like those things I freaking miss, man. I miss it so much. Overcoming adversity, dealing with crap, and like again, the storylines are just brilliant. Hulk, racist, fan, soccer, Hulk, racism. Yes, here it is. Here it is. You ready for this? If you've never seen this before, this is quality, pure quality. All right, it might be loud. Be prepared for it to potentially be loud. I just don't want it too quiet. So I'll put it like halfway and then I'll turn it up. Boom! Douche! Just thunders it, man. Beautiful. Instantly quiet. Instantly. Keen generally can't stand United's players anymore. Oh, yeah. I can't imagine being a club legend, a brutal player like he was, the way he played, then turn commentator, have to sit there as they're like discussing things, and he just, you know, he wants to say something and then he just holds it back. He's like, not worth it, not worth it. What a goal though. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I remember seeing that for the first time and I was like, dang, you'd love to see it. Alright, let me check to make sure the game's not canceled. Oh. Alright, boys. That's going to be it for the stream. It looks like my game's still on, so gonna prepare for that. Alright, we will be back Wednesday. We will not be live tomorrow on Tuesday. It might be tomorrow already for you guys. But yeah, have a good night. God bless. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you Friday. We'll see you Saturday. We'll see